Evelyn Ashford, our top sprinter for the past 10 years, injured a couple of weeks ago, unable to compete in the 100 meters for women here in these World Championships, but we're pleased that she is joining us as a guest of NBC Sports, and we're going to get her reaction in just a moment. That opens up the 100 meters for the East Germans. They have two talented sprinters in Drechsler and Gladisch, and of course it was an East German, Marlies Gur, who beat Evelyn Ashford when Ashford fell in Helsinki in the 100-meter final. So the keen eye of Ashford will be following this action closely as we go back to Olympic Stadium and the 200-meter qualifying, 100-meter qualifying.
The world's record in the women's 100 meters is held by Evelyn Ashford of 10:76. This is the second round. 3 from each heat will move through to the semifinals. To watch here, Nuneva in lane 3, Drechsler is in lane 6. This is the first heat in lane 6. It's Heike Drechsler, one of the favorites. Nuneva is in lane 3, also one of the favorites. Here's a look at Heike. Does not get that good a start. Remember, you just had to finish in the top 3, and Heike Drechsler is going to have to make up some ground, of which she does, and qualifies very easily, along with Nuneva in lane 3 and Sarvari in lane 5. In the fourth heat, the ladies to watch: Silke Gladisch in lane 3, Ottey in 5, Brown in 6. Top 3 move through to the semifinals. Gladisch with a pretty good start in 3. It is Ottey, Gladisch, and Ottey right now. Ottey leading Gladisch, and here comes Alice Brown. And it looks as if Ottey, Gladisch, and Brown finish in that order, and they'll all move through to the semifinals. Good heat.
And going on to the semifinals tomorrow, and of course we'll also have the finals for you here on NBC tomorrow. Americans represented by Diane Williams, Pam Marshall, and Alice Brown. Ottey certainly a top threat. Drechsler, Gur, and Gladisch, 3 tough East Germans. Soviets represented with 2 runners: Canada, Bailey and Ishiyenko, Bulgarian pair, France, and 2 from Holland. And Evelyn Ashford, as you look at that list of runners, does one jump out at you that would be the top threat if you were healthy and in that field?
Well, obviously Drechsler is running very well right now. She looks very good in the rounds, and I think maybe Ishiyenko would be a threat too.
How serious is your injury? When will you run again?
Oh, I'll be ready for 84, that's for sure.
I mean, 88 games, you're shooting for Seoul now. You just didn't want to take a chance on really seriously injuring yourself.
I didn't want to admit to myself that I needed the rest to get the injury right, and I just kept training, and it just never got right, so I'm out of this one.
Do you consult your daughter on these critical questions?
I think if my daughter had her way, I would never leave her.
So after winning the gold in Los Angeles, you got another gold present, and a daughter who's now, what, over 2 years of age?
She's 2 years old, and she's a jewel.
Think she'll be a runner?
Yes, I think so. Maybe a jumper. She likes to jump.
Well, we want you to examine the styles of runners, and we'll get to that a bit later. Right now, we pause from Rome, Italy, the World Championships of track and field. Well, here they are. Let's, on the left is Drechsler, and that's Ottey on the right. They are very different in their running style.
What's obvious to me in the start is that Drechsler puts all her weight on her arms, so that her weight is thrown forward more, and Ottey sits more back into the block, so her weight is thrown backwards more.
Seems to flail more, where it's more concise with Drechsler.
Right.
Which one are you most like?
Well, Drechsler's form looks a lot better, even though Ottey has been working on her technique this year. And I think her mental attitude is much better than it has been in the past.
This is tougher for Evelyn Ashford than being in the blocks themselves, watching your competitors.
Well, you know what? It gives me an opportunity to watch them, and I'll be able to use it for next year.
All right, we'll continue from Rome, the World Championships of Track and Field, after these words from your local station.